Ndị be anyị ekenekwanụ m unu. Anyị sị ka ọ mara na anyị na mma na-eke, anyị sị ka ọ mara anyị mma na orie, anyị sịkwa ka ọ mara anyị mma na afọ, ka ọ makwara na anyị mma na nkwọ, anyị sị ka nke onye chiri ya zerụkwa. Ebe anyị si were otere ya bụ ozi n'ụbọchị nke taa bụ Easter News 24. Ya bụ ozi bụ gbasara maka ya bụ ife na-eme na obodo nọ n'ime ya adịnwere ụwa na-azọ n'ala Igbo. Ozi a bụ according to the Biafran activist wetara ya n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị nke taa. As he quotes, breaking news: Nigerian government bow to Donald Trump pressure. Constitutional amendment, Tinubu to remove Sharia law in Nigeria to track insecurity. Hear the news in details. All right, my country people, this news by according to the Biafran activist with Yabozi no Bosinketa. Ni Rakupo, Oyamasim Kaiton to Gaya Bozi, Tiko Hanujo, Kapakwaro Kiriat and Ifoku, and to Saya Bozi. Over to you, sir.
Over the years, Sharia has been a tool used by Islamic jihadist fundamentalists to push an Islamization agenda in any country. I repeat, over the years, Sharia has been a tool used by Islamic jihadist fundamentalists to push for Islamization agenda in any region. Now, the northern Nigeria, they are inviting Islamic leaders, jihadist leaders for lecture, leaders that are wanted, leaders that are terrorist sympathizers. I told you that Sharia as it is, if we don't take it out of our system, our political system, if we don't take it out of our constitution, insecurity can never stop because extremist ideologies come from Sharia. With all these things happening, US threatening to invade, the North is still inviting well-known terrorist sympathizers and sponsors to come and have lecture in Nigeria. Let's look at them. Number one is Zakir Naik. Zakir Naik, he was banned in the UK, banned in India, banned in Bangladesh, banned in Canada for inspiring massacre of Christians and also supporting terrorist recruitment. This is the kind of person northern leaders will carry and invite to the north. Not both political leaders. Sultan is a friend to the Sultan of Sokoto. You can see the relationship the Sultan of Sokoto have with these terrorist sympathizers. Tells you a lot why terrorism is flourishing in Sokoto and northern Nigeria, because of the likes of these people that are being invited to come and brainwash and share their extremist ideology. Now, the same man is wanted by Interpol, was wanted by Interpol for laundering $28 million. He stormed Nigeria in 2023 on the invitation of the Sultan of Sokoto. Zakir Naik is a known terrorist supporter and a friend of the Islamic Caliphate. So far, there's a caliphate in this country. So far, there's Sharia in this country. Do not expect terrorism to end. Yes, that is the reality. Because what feeds these bandits and terrorists? The caliphate feeds it. The Sharia system feeds it. What inspires Boko Haram, ISWAP, to do what they are doing? They want an Islamization of Nigeria. You see, most politicians, Fulani politicians or northern Muslim leaders, telling the world that the Muslims are being affected. No, it is a collateral damage. There's always a collateral damage. The focus is to eradicate the Christians. That's the focus. That's their primary focus. Any Muslim that go like that would be casualty. At the end of the day, it is called collateral damage. Maybe some Muslims don't buy their ideology. That's why they want to clear those people out. Some Muslims don't want them to push their Islamic agenda. That is why they will clear them out. It's not because they are targeting Muslims. So what is the reason why Boko Haram is existing in the first place? Why? So the main reason is to target Christians. And they are bringing such scholars into Nigeria to push for extremist ideologies, extremist tendencies. You see, in northern Nigeria, if you have understood the Almajiri system, there's no young child that go through the Almajiri system that will not have the potential of becoming a bandit or a terrorist or a Christian hater. If you know the rigorous conditions they put these young children through, they take away their humanity. They don't even reason like normal human beings because of the conditions they are made to go through. Some of them, they chain them. Some of them, all manner of things. Go to mosques in northern Nigeria and you attend the lectures. You become like you are committed to the lectures. Before you know it, you start having some terrorist tendencies and ideologies in northern Nigeria. So we know that now Muslim leaders are complicit in whatever that is going on, the killings going on in northern Nigeria, with this particular invitation of non-terrorist sympathizers, and they worship them as their celebrity. They worship them. This is the number one person. The second person, his name is, this person in a video that went viral said that if the Muslims capture a community in today's world, or in this 21st century, if the Muslim capture a community, they will give the community two options. Is either they convert to Islam or they pay taxes. And even though they refuse converting to Islam, they will be paying taxes, but Sharia will be used as a weapon to put them in check. So wherever these people find themselves, you see, in Nigeria, we have Christians and Muslims. We are fighting for who is influential, who is this and that. Any small thing, Muslims win ticket, Christian ticket. No, it is not. Muslims win ticket cannot fly. Let's use Christian Muslim. You can see the battle between the Christians and Muslims. A particular head of state went at the back to register Nigeria at the Organization of Islamic Countries. A particular head of state. Most leaders coming from that northern part of Nigeria, they push Islamic tendencies. You know, they are crafty. They are liars. They know how to push this, so that without them, they look like saints, like they are for everybody. They secretly, they set up structures for Islamization of the country called Nigeria. You see, the aim of Boko Haram is to make sure that they suppress the Christians and let Nigeria become an Islamic state. You think maybe you are in the south, and the way they reason, you are a Muslim in the south, and you think the way you reason is the way they reason in that north. With all these things happening, even whilst America said we are threatening to attack terrorists, since then, every day, killings upon killings upon killings. Just yesterday in Katsina State, peace deal. Bandits were in their bikes, in their hundreds, going for a peace deal in today's 21st century. 21st century. If you see how they are moving as if they are the ones that own the town, they have conquered it. You see, the people that are in position of authority, they are just mainly bandit leaders. I cannot differentiate a local government chairman that is having peace deal with bandits from the bandits themselves or the terrorists. They are all bandits. I cannot differentiate a governor that will see these things happening in his domain. He's said to be the chief security officer, but yet he could do nothing. All of them are bandits. All of them are terrorist sympathizers. That's what's going on in another part of this country. So their aim is to make sure that you and I don't see any. Look at the Islamic regime of Iran. More Christians in Iran than Israel. But the regime that controls power in Iran is an Islamic regime. And the people do not support the Islamic regime. That is what they want to establish. See, the aim of these people is to make sure that Islam spreads. They don't care about your English. They don't care about your status or whatever it is. Or we are this and that. They don't care. What is the plan of the Christian people? What is the agenda of the Christians in Nigeria? What is the agenda? You see, earlier when they said they were Christian genocide, some Christian leaders were talking from the back of their mouth. From back, they enter front. They are in Lekki. They are in Lagos. They are enjoying. They are enjoying AC. They don't know what people there in the hot, scorching sun, what they are passing through in northern Nigeria. They just come and speak and don't say it's Christian genocide. America wants to come and take our resources and this and that. What is the agenda of the Christian body? The other time, Adeboye said that he gives Tinubu 90 days, or 100 days to name and this. Now we go no say all those one na Sakam and J. All those one 100 days should be by the end of this year. 100 days go down reach now. Let's see what the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Pastor Adeboye, will say after that 100-day elapse. We are saying whatever it is, the church needs to stand up, but people are just playing politics. When it happens now, you go see excuse, gaslighting from church pastors and church leaders. We are under persecution. No, spiritual battle will be dealt spiritually. Physical battle should be dealt physically, because God did not create you to become a coward. God did not create you to become a dunce. God created Adam, said, Adam, continue from where I stopped. Adam physically did some things. Now you're a Christian, you're a child of God. You have a farm. You have seed. Are you going to expect God to plant the seed for you? Won't you take physical action? After you pray, God, increase my bless the work of my hands. You have seed, you have a farm. You refuse to go and farm and use the seed to better your life. That's the same thing some Christians believe. If they are coming, run away. Defend yourself. If you start pushing all this, slap me here. No, that is a spiritual angle. That is why. See, Trump. You know these Epstein files. Trump, his attention has been divided, so he's facing the Epstein files in the US. You see the Muslim leaders now. You see they are emboldened now. They are coming out to speak the more. They are coming out to speak more. Yes, there's no genocide. They saw that the attention of Trump is being diverted by whatever that is going on in America. You see them coming out in their numbers saying yes, this and that. Before then, they were preaching one Nigeria. Let's come together and fight America. This and that, this and that. But when they saw that America might not be doing one or two things, they start fortifying themselves, emboldening themselves. These are the people you share one Nigeria with. These are the people you share the National Assembly with. These are the people you share the same space with. And you think you go to church today and pray, one Nigeria, one Nigeria. See, say Nigerians, most Nigerians, they always realize when it's too late for them to do anything tangible. They always realize. We have been shouting and saying this thing. So you say you want division. No. Nobody wants any enmity between anybody. We are telling you the structures on ground. The foundation on which Nigeria is being built is not a foundation that can progress for anybody. If you want to push for one Nigeria, some people are somewhere around that will make sure that they frustrate your efforts. You see, some churches can only establish branch in the southern part of this country. They cannot flourish in northern part because of some structures that have been set up in those northern parts. Anybody that goes to northern Nigeria will know to go and do crusade and comes back alive, the pastor will be like one kind giant. Why don't you stay there and do ministry in the core part of the north? Some people are systematically destroying Christian foundations in northern Nigeria, turning places to be Islamic caliphate, putting emirs, spreading extremist ideologies, destroying churches, and all of you. And you are so comfortable in the south, and you call the Christendom one body. One body. There's nothing like persecution when time reach. You see, as it is going, in the next few months, you will see a lot. These people are regrouping and bringing themselves together. They are sharing ideas and ideologies. When these people come into Nigeria, the second person, when these people come into Nigeria, they will start advising them what you can do to make sure that you push back on the Christian genocide. They will be having this private discussion with leaders in northern Nigeria. The leaders that are saying there is no Christian genocide are the leaders inviting extremist religious teachers to come and start lecturing in northern Nigeria. This is what is. Look at his name is Sheikh Asim Al-Hakim. Sheikh Asim Al-Hakim, the person that says that anywhere Muslims are, they must be able to take over those places and force Sharia. Sharia that is causing insecurity. You know, the president is a Muslim and he's a Southern Muslim, he's a Yoruba Muslim. I don't know what will become of him if he ventures say that he's going to remove Sharia from the constitution. I don't know how the National Assembly will react to this. I don't know how the political will these people have to make sure that they fight insecurity. I don't know whether it is part of their agenda to remove Sharia from the constitution. But we the people have been saying, not that we have not said that our own. You people that have responsibility, this is what is needed. Now there's a propaganda going on that Shegumi wishes to meet President Trump and to explain and try to present whatever it is that he has to show that there's no Christian genocide in Nigeria. I saw that post, I was laughing. My brother, let's not even go far in that area. Even the President Tinubu cannot convince the propaganda machine of the APC cannot convince the United States on what they believe is going on in Nigeria because they have first-hand information. They have the technology. They have what it takes to get intelligence reports from all this, even what the Nigerian government may not be able to get, where they may not be able to have access to. These guys have access. It tells you a lot about what is going on. I tell you. So when I saw that report, I said, wow, these people, they are playing with everybody's intelligence. Well, it's unfortunate that we are here at this point in time. We have been fighting for one Nigeria. We have now discovered the reasons why Nigeria will not work. I can see this man picture with different leaders of thought in the north. When you see these extremist guys hobnobbing with leaders of thought in the north, it needs to tell you the mindset, the plan of these people in northern Nigeria. It needs to tell you. Because number one, it is not by what somebody says. It is the actions of a person that tells you about that person. Not by the statement that comes from his mouth, what he says. No. Look at the actions of these people in northern Nigeria. Look at their body language now. From their political leaders, to their religious leaders, to their traditional leaders, to their academic leaders, they are all debunking Christian genocide. If you see the effort they are putting at debunking the genocide, they have never put the effort at defending the victims of the genocide. If you see the effort they are putting when it comes to peace deal with terrorists, you will not see the effort in stopping insecurity in northern Nigeria. It tells you a lot of how they are gaining. Hey God. Now, just recently, there's a northern coup. Northerners came together to remove Tinubu. People are just quiet. If it were to be northerners, like a northern president, southerners came together to remove a northerner, my brother, even whatever it is, they will make sure that they want to limit southerners from the government. But they are the ones that want to remove, they are the ones that form coalition. They are the ones that left the APC to form coalition because the power sharing did not get to them as they expected. Now, they are the ones planning a coup, wanted to remove Tinubu. They are the ones complaining. They just had power under Buhari for 8 years. Just within 2 years that they are out of power, they are the ones complaining. The Southeasterner have been out of power for a very long time. But they are the ones still complaining. The Middle Belt have been out of power. There's no time I don't think the Middle Belt have been in power. But they are the ones complaining. You see, almost all Middle Belt leaders have confirmed Christian genocide. But you see, from those corners, northeast, northwest, you can see most of them will just deny it outrightly. Because what controls that environment is Sharia. Sharia is like a spirit. It's a system that is a chain. If Sharia is being imposed in any community, that is when you are inviting chain slavery. A powerful chain is being introduced in that community to chain you down. You see, the Hausas know that the Fulani, they are taking over their space, political space, economic space, religious space, traditional space. They know that the Fulani are taking over. But because of Sharia and Islam, they find it difficult to rebel. Most of them are deep in Islam. They dip them in that ignorance. That's I don't know how to put it. They dip them in that cage, in that river of Sharia. So they cannot speak against their religious leaders, which are Fulanis, under the guise of religion. They cannot speak against them. They cannot do them anything. They're just there. Inshallah. Allah gives, Allah take. May Allah mercy be upon us, blah, blah, blah. While these guys are effectively taking over their economy, their politics, their academics, every area and factor of their life, these guys are ripping them high. See, I now believe that a Fulani sees himself a Fulani above and a Muslim. He sees himself as a Fulani first than a Muslim. But this is for other people. They will tell you that the lingua franca in northern Nigeria is Hausa. That is what they used to deceive you. You cannot even speak their own language. They can speak their own language. They are preserving their own. They just make your own to be general. They know how they preserve themselves. They know how they protect themselves. Even to their language, most Hausas cannot speak the Fulani language. But most Fulani can speak Hausa language. Most Fulani can claim Hausa Fulani. Most Hausa cannot claim Fulani. You get the point. And that kind of mindset and mentality, they are pushing it to the central stage. And if we don't push back, my brother, you people will just sit down there and things will just be happening. That's why I said, if you need, there's a need to restructure Nigeria. It's not about coalition, that. Most of the leaders that are pushing for one Nigeria cannot stop these extremist fundamentalists from pushing their agenda. That is how Turkey turned out from a Christian country to be a Muslim country. We still had leaders like Atiku that united Nigeria. I married Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo. Deborah issue came in. Atiku tweeted on Deborah. They threatened Atiku. Atiku removed. Even this Christian genocide, Atiku never even talk once. It tells you that what is supreme for these northern leaders is the Uthman Danfodio ideology of Islamizing Nigeria. That is what is supreme. I can see pictures now. Even some Yoruba Muslim leaders are even aligning with it because of that Sharia and that Islam as a religion. That thing, there's something they used to put them in bondage, squeeze them. Yes, there's something. And it's unfortunate that we are where we are today, because even the Christians, they are not even serious. The Christians don't even have, they are just there to flex and enjoy and whatever it is. Nothing. No recourse to anything. So we are saying, if Tinubu is serious that he wants to stop insecurity, he has to stop Sharia. Adebayo don't give him ultimatum. Let's see how he runs with that ultimatum. Arrest, eliminate the sponsors of this terrorism and the terrorists themselves. That is a good thing for Tinubu. If he does that, then we understand that he really wants to fight insecurity. But I doubt if he will be able to do that, because Nigeria is a complicated place. Even the US might not be able to stop whatever Sharia or Boko Haram. It's like their life ambition. It's like a destiny they need to fulfill. That is it. That's the reality. Nobody is missing anything with anything. It may be very, very difficult for Tinubu to stop this insecurity. But I just said, let me come and tell you this morning. If you are going to church praying for one Nigeria, just know that there are some people that are using this one Nigeria for some to use it to dominate you. They are using this one Nigeria to undermine you. They are the top of the ladder. The one Nigeria you are praying for, leaders, the same leaders wants to impoverish you, wants to enslave you with the one Nigeria, want to Islamize the country as you are praying in church. They want to make sure that you cannot stay in church and pray. They want to convert you. It is not only by prayer. There are some actions we need to take as Christians. Let that narrative fly that Muslim leaders, northern leaders in northern Nigeria, they hobnob with these terrorist religious fanatics, these jihadist Islamic fundamentalists, even up to the southern Sokoto. We are
Ebumana Gente. Edaluli Nenkun Swena Nunum Obosi Nketa na Eastern News 24. Beba isiwele wetelu nyabu nukuosi bastamaki ya bifene menu. Kefi weliku bastamaki ya bifenda wetelu nubosi nketa ni ruakuko. Kemesia.